Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Juiceworms, where you're joined again with your co-hosts, moi and her, over here tripping out.
I guess I'm her today. I thought I would be moi and you'd be her, but
Oh well, you can be moi next time, and then I can be her next
fine,
time.
fine. I'll take it. What are you drinking? It looks suspiciously not clear.
Oh, you got wow! This HD camera is lit. You can actually read
I
that.
got him
Like,
quick! I got him!
like dang.
What is it? Try to
It's
keep
non-alcoholic.
that
If you're asking, it's non-alcoholic.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
it's a pear cider. It's a sparkling pear drink. So somebody from off the city was like, "Hey, I just came back from
That
off
sounds
the
good.
city, and I brought you guys something." And I thought it was wine, like a white wine situation. I would have been like, "Yes."
But it wasn't.
No, it was non-alcoholic, but I'll take it.
Are we
Like,
disappointed or is it like not terrible?
it's tasty. It's a little sweet. But I would have preferred it with alcohol because I feel like this is just a kid's juice. A kid like it, you remember being a teenager and being like, "Oh my
No.
goodness." But but can you
been 30
recall
long
then?
years.
Can you yeah, no, right? Can you recall a time when you were drinking something and you were like promised it was gonna be alcohol and then it was just sparkling and it was your version of a dirty drink because it was just soda and you usually just had juice normally and it's like ooh, it came in a wine glass, like a wine bottle, and
I
then
really
it's
like
fancy.
Martinelli's, like sparkling cider.
Oh, that's
They're
yummy.
in like a really cool like bottle.
Yes, my parents
find
often
it
bought
for you.
Asties.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Is that also sparkling something?
yeah. Yes, it is. Ooh, apple juice. Actually, I would prefer sparkling apple juice over just normal apple juice. Normal apple juice makes me feel sick.
I don't like normal apple juice very much. Like I feel like at the end the aftertaste is kind of plasticky and I don't really like that.
Yes.
What are we talking about today, by the way?
So, the topic we have not yet decided on is thrill seeking and amusement parks. Do you like riding the roller coaster?
I used to not. I used to be really scared of
Oh.
roller coasters and heights and stuff, but then one day I like got over it. So today I still won't ride the ones that go straight down the pew.
Oh,
pew,
same.
pew. I don't like those, but I do like other rides.
Well, I
Um,
get worried with the
yeah.
one that goes straight down. By the way,
Why?
we're just making obscene gestures this
I mean,
entire
it's
for the
not
past 2
obscene
seconds.
unless you make it
But anyway, so the
obscene.
up
Don't be
and down. I'm gonna
weird.
do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way because it's like a chopping.
That's even more obscene.
No, it's not. It's like you're chopping the vegetable. Anyways, so I don't like those either because I don't like how my stomach kind of flips up. You know, like at least if it was just a normal, as if any roller coaster is normal, but right, like if it's
The
just a roller coaster,
basic ones
it's
that goes
forward. Yeah,
Yeah.
even like rotations like this, I don't mind either.
Mhm.
I just don't like the up and down one because it can just feel like I want to vomit. Although I have never vomited actually. Have you?
No, not off of a ride like that.
Here in the Vancouver, we
The
have
Vancouvers.
the Pacific National Exhibition. I think that's what it's called, or stands for PNE. Basically, the actual amusement park is called Playland, but nobody really calls it. Or maybe we do call it Playland. Other people might call it PNE. But anyways,
Interesting.
yeah, Playland. We have the infamous wooden roller coaster where the only thing stopping you from falling off is just the bar that's like a five, like kind of like this much from your lap, and it just goes up and down, up and down. And it's wooden and it's not stable, so people
That's
always kind of like
funny.
jump out as it goes down. So you're like holding on for dear life for reals, which is actually great. I
The first time I rode this one ride, it's called Goliath. It's at Six Flags here. And,
Oh,
like, it
I've
goes
never been to Six Flags. I want to
Yeah.
go.
But like it has just like a bar. And I don't remember if this is like a faulty memory since I was younger, but from my memory, you have one bar going across you and the person next to you on your lap. But the person next to me, so I'm really, really skinny.
Oh.
And the person next to me was not. Okay. So the bar is like not near me. It's like floating above me. And I'm just staring at the bar. We get to the top of the hill. I look down and I'm like, oh, I'm about to die.
That is great.
So
That
I
is...
hold on to it, screaming. But the thing is, like, I was like trying to crunch up just in case, but like when you get towards the bottom, like, you know how at the beginning you kind of like float upward, but as you
Mm-hmm.
get closer to the bottom, since it starts to level out, it pushes you down. So I
Yeah.
was already kind of down. I'm just like, I'm like getting crushed now. I'm like, I can't win. So yeah, that was a very traumatic experience
I
for
don't
me.
know
I
if you
never
have
actually
this.
rewrote that, right?
Oh, I don't know if you have this in Six Flags, but I hope you guys do. But I want to go back to Canada's Wonderland, back in Toronto, where they have it, or at least I think it's Toronto. The rides Leviathan and Behemoth, which are apparently are both our tallest and longest rides apparently in the country. Got to ride both because they were fantastic, and I was with people who were down for it. So how it works is you're actually not sitting beside anybody. The only thing that
Sounds wonderful.
it is, it really is. You're like, if we were doing social distancing, it would be like a seat apart all the time. But you're by yourself because there's nothing beside you. And the thing that's holding you down isn't a seatbelt, isn't a bar. It's like this dish that like goes over your crotch area that like snugs it and it holds you down. That's the only thing that's stopping you.
Okay.
And then your legs, you have like it has a floor to put you rest your legs in, but there's no really kind of stoppers to kind of let your legs kind of like flailing. Yeah, so your upper body's basically going.
Body are just like, so it's like if this is your body, you're just like, la, la, la.
Yes, and it was great. Everyone's going like, it's so scary. I'm like, that's
Wait,
the
so
point.
how does the ride go? What does it do?
It starts off with the tallest one, especially if you tried, I think it was Behemoth, that you want to go all the way to the top, and it does a kind of a moment where it looks like you're going down to nothing because the track kind of does a good kind of curve in, so you don't really see where you're going, only that you're going down, and I'm going, yes, today is where we confess
Where
our
do you
sins.
sit on rides?
I like, it depends. I like when it's wet rides. I like sitting in the back. I don't really like getting wet, if that makes sense. Often we like to put, and I know this is gonna sound mean, but I like to put the bigger person in the front so that's actually partly strategic. Not that they get it more, but because if you know, like, let's put it this way: if you shift all your weight in the front, so when it does hit the water, that's where it causes the most splash, which I also like because I like, if I was gonna get wet, everyone's gonna get wet. Like we need to all suffer, type of thing. But when it's for other rides, I don't really care. Although front is fun.
I mean, it's interesting because front is fun because you get the first view and you start screaming. Everyone's like screaming because they just hear you screaming. They don't even know why. But if you're in the back, you're going the fastest before you even start going down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice too, because you're like, it's already rushing. You don't get the little moment of, oh, I'm at the top. Oh my goodness. You're already like, you get to the top and you're already zooming over. It's like,
Great. Did you know that I rode a roller coaster with Josh Ramsey of Mariana's Trench and Danny Fernandez? I don't know if you know those guys, singers.
Yes,
but
they, like, how?
Because they were performing at the same time that we were also in the same place.
They're
like they
Canada?
literally, yeah, in Playland. Like, well, I know Ramsey is he's Canadian, I think. And I think so is Danny. But anyways, yeah, and then they rode in the front, and then when we were riding, it was the ride is called the Corkscrew, and it has a lot of twirls. And during one of those really fast twirls, I yelled out, "Daddy, I love your brother more."
Wow, you really did him like that. Really
Which I mean, I do, but the thing is, it's great to just meet somebody regardless. It was fun while it lasted, but
yeah,
I don't know if he heard me, but if he did and he finds this video, he's like, "I hate you," and I'm like, "That's great."
If you leave a comment, he's like, "I literally think about you every night before I sleep."
It's like you ruined my day.
Yeah, I hate my brother too now. Like, there's this one ride. I think it's Six Flags also. Again, we have a lot of amusement parks near us because LA, baby.
I really want to try though. I haven't been.
Yeah, so there's like this one where like you're standing, basically, and I think it goes down this way, and then there's also like a little lump thing that you also like is in between your legs, like you're standing and like you're kind of sitting on it, kind of, but like you're upright. Like one of my friends, he got on it and he didn't lock in properly. He was like he was on his tippy toes, and I was like, "Tell the lady." He's like, "I can't." I'm like, "Just tell her." He's like, "I'm shy." I was like, "I'll tell her." He's like, "No, don't tell her." And I was like, "Okay." So we go on the ride. We start going. He's like, I'm like,
why would you like? Is that so bad to ask? Like you'd be
you
willing?
Would think if it's like an amusement park ride, like it's like your safety, but also like, ow, like, you know what I mean? Like he like. Because you're supposed to have like your legs and your knees could be slightly bent, so you have like kind of leverage even though you're standing. But he was just like full weight on his like groin area, and I'm like, I'm sorry that you're dumb. Like, and also like
Yeah.
you don't weigh enough for that thing to go down. That too.
That's so sad. Imagine you're tall enough, but you don't weigh enough.
That's me. That was me for like a lot of rides.
Like you can hit the ride, but you're just gonna like wait the entire time.
Yeah.
Did you know there's a ride where they just spin you, but you're standing up the entire time? But because the
but the
spinning is so
centrifugals
fast,
force
yeah, so you never
just, like-
leave, and you're like stuck. It was so fun to experience it because you're literally going, "Wow, this is tough. Like you can't move."
Science.
Yeah, I'm going like this is great. I like this. I don't like slow rides. Like the slow Ferris wheel types is weird to me because then I have to think about things, I have to reflect, and I don't want to do that.
I've been to Disneyland a lot. I guess a lot of the rides there are slow,
I have been
but
to Disneyland,
they're like
but I don't
fun.
remember.
Oh really? Which one? Like Disneyland, California?
Yeah, not World. The yeah, LA. I've been to Disneyland and
How many
Universal
times
Studios.
have you been to LA? Without visiting me?
Like twice, I think.
Wow.
But yeah, but I was like
That's
young.
kinda rude.
You weren't even born yet.
That's kind of rude. That's kind of rude. Dude, in all 77 years of my life, I've never been more offended.
I know, right? It's
this
just, that's how it
exact
is.
Yeah.
No, and I also been to SeaWorld too, so that was a thing.
Ah.
Yeah, that was fun. But when I went to Disneyland, I actually didn't get to ride much, which was my biggest regret because I was that kid who was like, "Oh my goodness, all the Disney characters, I want to get autographs." But then I realized growing up, none of these people are real, so there's really no point in
That's
getting
so
these
sad.
autographs. So I just had like I still have it too because I feel like I might as well save it because I wasted my life on this. And like people writing in like really pretty letters like Belle and Cinderella and
Just
Evil
say,
Witch.
just say
and,
it's
like,
the real one.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, I don't really like amusement parks in all honesty because I hate waiting in line. That's it. Like, I just hate it. I hate lines. Like, lines for anything. I just
lines
hate
are the ones
waiting in
that
lines.
add on the nervousness, right?
No, but like, I hate waiting in an hour-long line for every single ride you want to ride. You ride like 5 and you're like, I'm tired, you know? Like,
In
I
5
only
hours.
got to ride 5 and like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It's just not.
We have to pick. Well, what I do strategically is we pick the one that nobody likes to go to, or we rerun to the one right away that we really really want, and then we'll just pick
I mean, the thing is,
independent
for,
indie ones.
Like Disneyland, especially, like everything, like there's a way to do it because they're fast passes. So you have to figure out what time to get the fast passes for what time
Yes.
so that you get the right ride at the right time. But I mean, in general, though, at least here, like all the amusement parks, like they always have really long lines for everything.
How about haunted houses?
I don't like them. I mean, I don't like
They're-
scary things. So
There is. There was one in the Philippines that I went in, and I was with my cousins, and we were all like there were 4 of us in total. One was in the front, and then 2. I was in the middle, and I was like we're all linked arms running through it because we figured that if we sprint through it, we don't have to care about the fears or the scares anymore because we're just gonna run through it. And it was
how'd that work out?
it was like Egyptian-esque type, like there's mummies and the rest of us sort of like running through it, and yeah, it was like popping up here and there, ghosts and mummies going like ah. Then they had falling spiders and skulls from the ceiling. And I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know that. So when we were running through it and we're like laughing and like just having a gay old time, a skull falls on my head and I instantly panic and I like lunge forward and I bring all of my cousins who's with me linked arms, we all fall and we like trip all on the ground. And because the fact that we like stopped moving and all of the fears are just kicking in, we're like, oh my goodness, we're trapped. We like went hysterical and we like left everybody. I think someone left a slipper. Like everyone just lost it.
That's so funny.
The one cousin in front of us was just like, "What's wrong with you guys?" We were like, "Ah!"
You guys are just scaring yourselves. That's actually so funny.
Yeah,
It'd be like that sometimes.
it do. It's a great Star City. If anybody was interested in knowing what I went to that lost my brain at Star City, yeah, it's not that it's not as thrilling as let's say Canada's Wonderland or probably Six Flags. But you had fun. It's an amusement park, right? You had fun.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to close out our video now because it's been a hot minute. So, yes.
What amusement parks do you guys ride? What do you guys want to ride? Do you guys ever will ride? What else is there? What else questions could we add to this?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever ride? There's another one.
So it's an important question.
Absolutely important question.
Yeah. And we will see you on our next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.